Hello, I'm Colleen and I'm here to show you today how to make salsa in our Tupperware Power Chef system. And we're going to use the taller Power Chef, but we also do have the mini chopper as well. And I'm going to show you how that works. They've recently changed the color on this to our brand new red. However, I have the older color in my kitchen at home, so this is what I'm going to show you currently. So let me tell you about the Power Chef itself first. And the way that this works is there's several different pieces. They all store right inside the container, so you don't have to worry about losing it when you're not using it. And this top just twists off, and when you open it, you have inside a whisking wheel, so you can use that for any kind of smoothies or dips or spreads that you want to make. I use it a lot for tuna fish as well. You can use the chopper piece, the blade piece if you want instead, but you can use the blade or the smoothing wheel for both tuna fish and chicken salad, but I do use this whisking wheel if I want to whip anything or make like a mayonnaise chipotle spread or a garlic mayonnaise or maybe even a sour cream dip or something like that. You also have the blade itself, and you'll notice that there's actually 3 blades in here, and we have a protective thing because they are so sharp, a protective covering that snaps on and locks on there so that you don't have to worry about it coming off and cutting yourself. When you go to use it, you can obviously remove that protective covering. The blade is staggered in 3 pieces, and that's so that when it's spinning in your chopper, it's going to lift and chop your food more evenly. The bottom of this has a rubberized ring, so when you have it on your countertop and you're chopping, it's not going to slip and slide, so it does help with that. It also has the measurements, and this container holds up to 5 cups. So this is a really good, useful container to have in your house because you can use it for so many things. With the blade, I can chop onions, I can grind coffee beans, I can chop nuts, I can use it to make salsa or different kinds of salads, shred cooked chicken breast. You can use it for so many things. Another piece that works with this once you put the cover on is our funnel. So if you're chopping something, or say you're making mashed potatoes in here and mixing those, you can lift this funnel or lift this little piece here if it's a hot item, and you can allow the air to escape so that it's not going to be so difficult to use. Also, if you're making a recipe that you need to add an egg or oil, you can use this funnel and place that in there. If you're doing any kind of liquid additions into this, that will work as well. If you're storing this after you've made something, you can take this cap off, and it does have, when you remove the blades, an airtight, liquid-tight seal. Now, all of our round seals have a tab on one side, and when you go to seal those, you want to do it on your flat counter top, but you do want to take it from the opposite end of the seal and just walk that around to the tab, and then you can go ahead and express the excess air. Some of you may know that as burping your Tupperware. And this is a great thing because once you've made a salsa or a dish in here, you can go ahead and place it in the refrigerator right in this container so you don't have to dirty additional containers, and you can save it to when you're ready to use it. What I'm going to do today is grab an onion. That's the one item I forgot to grab. Sorry about that. And we're going to go ahead and show you how to chop the onion and start making the salsa. So I'm just going to take this onion and cut the edges off quickly. And I don't know about any of you, if you ever cry when you're chopping an onion, it's sometimes unbearable. It's really funny that my daughter went and stayed with some friends of ours last year, and when she was there, she called me because she was trying to make them a dish that required onions, and in that caused her to be crying quite a bit. She had FaceTimed me. She had mascara all down her face, and she's like, what do I do? She ended up finding a pair of ski goggles to wear because it was just so strong, and she was crying so much. So she's like, these people are friends. We need to buy them a chopper because I don't understand how they can live without one. She also said that about a can opener too. But anyways, I just quartered that onion. I'm going to place it in here. And all you do is you take this machine part that snaps into the middle. If you see, I took that off. And this machine works like a lawnmower. You just pull the handle, and each pull, when you pull it to the end, is equivalent to 266 chops with a knife. So it chops your food so much easier and faster. And you can see as I'm chopping here how fine that is and how easy it was to do. And we already have finely chopped onion. So you do want to take, for this, I recommend that you take the most dense item and chop that first. If you're adding other items to it, then you can do that after. But what we're going to do is add a can of diced tomatoes. Now I normally have, I use the tomatoes, either like the Rotel or you can even use, I think, Del Monte, but I usually get the diced tomatoes with green chilies in them. I haven't been able to find them at the store recently with the COVID going on. Shelves have been a little bit bare in some areas, and this is our can opener that I'm using. If you notice, I just placed it on the top of the can, and what it does is it unseals the glue rather than cutting into the metal. And so once you get all the way around, it's ergonomically designed for left or right-handed people, but once you get all the way around, you just take the top of this and close the legs of the can opener a little bit, and we'll lift the prong. And I don't know if you can see, let's see if you can see, well, on my side I can see the glue. Let me see if I can turn it around. I'm not left-handed, but if you can see that glue coming off the top of the can, what that does is it prevents the can top from falling into your food, which little critters can run around on the top of that can when they're in the grocery store, and you don't know what they're doing. You could be bringing home diseases and bacteria on top of the can, so you don't ever want the top of your can to touch the food that's inside of it. So what I did was I poured in a can of fire roasted tomatoes, and I'm going to pour in a little bit of diced chilies, green chilies, because I couldn't find that at the store in one can. Now, if you like jalapenos, if you like it spicier, you can add whatever you want. This also requires some garlic, and so I've already pressed some garlic, and I accidentally put it in this container. I was thinking I was going to use that one. And then I just added that. It requires some Southwest Chipotle seasoning. Now, we don't carry this seasoning in our catalog anymore, but I do have the recipe that I will post for you with this video, or you can message me and I can send it to you. And then it requires a little bit of lime juice. And we already pressed a lime in a previous video that I did, so I'm just going to add some of this lime juice. Then what we're going to do is just place the top of this back on here, mix this up, and what's nice is you can control how much you're mixing. And now we have nice, fresh salsa if we have unexpected guests come over. We can serve it right out of here if you'd like, or you can transfer it into another container. This has the lifetime warranty for this product, and also you can use the mini chopper. Now the mini chopper I do use probably every day in my kitchen. Sometimes I use both every day, almost every day, depending on what I'm making. But a lot of times I use this for one thing and the larger one for something else in the same day. The mini chopper works the same exact way. Pull the string. This one only has a blade that is staggered in the 3 sections, and that blade is sharp on the one side, so it always spins clockwise, and you just place it in there. And again, you can use it to chop onions, you can grind coffee beans. This is great for chopping small amounts of nuts or herbs. You can use it to make a chicken salad or tuna salad for one in here. You can take it to work for your lunch. You can take that blade out after you've mixed it, put the seal on it, and put that in your lunch bag and just take it that way. I do use this a lot for chopping garlic. If you're buying garlic cloves like this, you can place those in there if you want them just chopped for something. You can control how fine you want something, which is nice, as opposed to a blender, because that's just going to chop it more fine and puree it as you go to do so. So that's our chopper system, and I hope you are able to get one yourself if you don't have one, and I'm happy to share plenty of recipes that you can use with this. One other piece that works with this is our whipping piece, and all that does is you don't use that ring in here, but you place this in the center here, and what's nice about it is it has 6 blades rather than just 2 like your electric mixer, so it actually is whipping things faster than your electric mixer. We did a test between an electric mixer and this whipping attachment, and it made a meringue pie faster than the electric mixer. It was under a minute that it took to spin this and make the meringue, and the electric mixer took over 2.5 minutes to get that to steep and peak. So this is also good. We make a lot of homemade whipped cream, so when we do that, we make that in here. It's just heavy whipping cream, some powdered sugar, vanilla, and that's all that's to homemade whipping cream, unless you'd like to add some other kind of flavor or something like that. But it's very quick and easy to use. You can also funnel liquid in on the top of this one as well, and you can take all these pieces apart for easy cleaning. They are dishwasher safe. I, again, never recommend any of these stainless steel blades to go in your dishwasher, because it does cause them to dull the abrasives in the dish detergent, and also sometimes it can make a little bit of a rust look on those. So I hope you enjoyed this, and please feel free to ask me any questions, comments. If you have this already, what are some things that you use it for? And I hope you have a great day. Thanks.